In 1987, Mike Tyson was in his absolute prime, and most believed no one could stop him. Iron Mike was undefeated in 31 fights, with a terrifying knockout rate of around 87%. He was one of the most feared fighters the sport had ever seen. But one night, he wasn't just defending his titles, he was answering a challenge. A challenge from a man who wasn't afraid to talk big, Tyrell Biggs. Biggs wasn't just another name on the list. He was an Olympic gold medalist, a decorated amateur, and a man who had looked like boxing's next big superstar long before Tyson became a household name. And in the lead-up to the fight, Biggs made sure the cameras heard every word. He didn't just believe he could beat Tyson, he acted like it was a foregone conclusion. While Tyson stayed silent, Biggs ran his mouth.
I owe it to myself to go out there and beat Michael Tyson like I am his daddy.
But here's the thing. When you talk that much, you'd better be ready to back it up, especially when you're about to share the ring with the baddest man on the planet. Because once the bell rings and you're standing across from Mike Tyson, there's nowhere to hide. Not behind technique, not behind footwork, and definitely not behind words. What followed wasn't just a title defense. It was personal. Tyson didn't just want to win. He wanted to make a statement. And he did. Violently. Before Mike Tyson became a global icon, before the pay-per-view millions and the chaos outside the ring, he was just a kid from Brownsville, Brooklyn, angry, misunderstood. He didn't just come from the streets, he came from survival mode.
I've been bullied all the time. It had a profound effect on me, being bullied.
And when boxing found him, it gave all that raw rage a direction. Under the mentorship of Cus D'Amato, Tyson's life changed. Cus didn't just teach him how to throw punches, he gave him purpose. He gave him structure. And most importantly, he gave him belief.
I never had the slightest idea with building up my confidence.
Tyson trained like a machine, with sheer obsession and discipline. While other fighters were partying or distracted, Tyson was in the gym, sparring like it was life or death, drilling combinations until they became instinct. By the time he was 18, he was already knocking out grown men in the pros. Not outpointing them, knocking them out cold. The young Tyson was something truly special. His hands moved like lightning, and he carried terrifying power. But what made him a complete nightmare in the ring was his world-class defense. With his head movement and elusiveness, most opponents couldn't land anything clean. And when Tyson hit back, it was usually the end of the fight. Most of his opponents were finished before they even knew what hit them. Some were broken before they even stepped into the ring. Then came November 22nd, 1986. At just 20 years old, Tyson stepped into the ring against Trevor Berbick for the WBC heavyweight title. And that night, history was made. Tyson didn't just win. He dismantled Berbick, dropping him multiple times before the ref finally waved it off in the second round. With that win, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history, 20 years old. While most guys his age were in college or figuring out life, Tyson was already the most feared man on the planet. And he wasn't done. Not even close. He destroyed anyone who dared to step in the ring with him. One by one, contenders fell. Marvis Frazier, Pinklon Thomas, Jose Ribalta. All different styles, all different stories, same brutal ending. The media couldn't get enough. Sports networks were glued to him. Newspapers sold out. Every time Tyson fought, it was an event, not a match, a spectacle. He wasn't just a fighter, he was the king of boxing. And behind all that hype was a simple truth. No one wanted to face him. Because everyone knew. If Mike Tyson showed up focused, you were in trouble. Real trouble. By 1987, he was the undisputed heavyweight champion. Unstoppable. Still in his early 20s. Still with that cold, dead-eyed stare. The look of a man who wasn't just trying to win, but trying to hurt you. Iron Mike Tyson wasn't on a title run. He was on a demolition tour. Tyrell Biggs wasn't some unknown underdog. He was the face of American amateur boxing in the early 80s. A 6'5" heavyweight with quick hands, sharp footwork, and Olympic pedigree. In 1984, he brought home the gold medal from the Los Angeles Games, standing at the top of the boxing world, while a young Mike Tyson was still tearing through the pro ranks. Biggs was polished, technical, clean, the kind of fighter trainers pointed to as the right way to box. And for a while, It looked like he was on the fast track to becoming a star in the heavyweight division. But Biggs made one critical mistake. He thought that pedigree meant something when you step into the ring with Mike Tyson. Worse, he said it out loud.
I owe it to myself to go out there and beat Michael Tyson like I am his dad.
Biggs didn't just think he could beat Tyson, he talked like it. He leaned into the role of the educated boxer, ready to school the street kid with no Olympic gold and no finesse. And he didn't hold back in front of the media.
He's made for me, Tyson.
But the disrespect didn't start there. According to Tyson's autobiography, Undisputed Truth, the beef went all the way back to the amateurs. Tyson remembers visiting the 1984 U.S. Olympic boxing team to wish them good luck before they left for the games. A woman came by and told the boxers she hoped they'd enjoy their trip. Biggs, looking right at Tyson, laughed and said, "I don't know about him, but he certainly ain't getting on that plane." That stuck with Tyson. He never forgot it. And now, years later, Biggs wasn't just another challenger. He was a target. Someone Tyson had history with. Someone who had disrespected him long before the cameras started rolling. So when Biggs stepped up to face Tyson in 1987, he wasn't just bringing his Olympic gold and undefeated record into the ring. He was bringing years of bad blood, years of trash talk, years of underestimating the wrong guy. And that was going to cost him. Boxing fans around the world were excited to witness the clash of two vastly different styles. Clean, technical boxing versus the aggressive peekaboo pressure. The Olympic champion versus the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Biggs stepped into the ring calm, composed, like a man with a plan. And at first, the plan seemed solid. From the opening bell, Biggs tried to fight like Muhammad Ali, dancing around the ring, snapping out fast jabs, circling to keep Tyson at a distance. And for the first few minutes, it actually worked. He looked sharp, focused. He landed some clean shots and avoided the early danger. But Tyson stayed calm. He was cutting off the ring with every step, slipping jabs, slowly cornering Biggs. And once he was in range, the tone of the fight changed completely. Tyson started landing vicious shots. Biggs couldn't stop it. He tried to move, tried to jab, but Tyson was ferocious. By round 3, Biggs' face was swelling, his footwork slowed, his confidence visibly crumbled. Round after round, Tyson broke Biggs down methodically, punishing him without mercy. Then came round 7. Tyson landed a brutal shot that dropped Biggs to the canvas. Biggs showed heart and got back up, but Tyson smelled blood. Seconds later, Tyson landed another devastating combination, and Biggs went down a second time. This time, the referee had seen enough. He stepped in and waved it off. After the fight, Tyson didn't hold back. Now it was his turn to do the talking. He said he had hit Biggs so hard, he made him cry in the ring.
I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him, actually he was crying in there.
This wasn't just another victory. This was revenge.